The British Prime Minister Keir Starmer is planning to ban children below 16 years of age from social media from early next year. TikTok, Snapchat and Instagram likely amongst the platforms that will be affected. The government also eyeing a block of what it calls harmful functions such as live streaming, overnight curfews for some services and breaks in, quote, infinite scrolling for those aged under 18. Ollie Barry reports for CNA from London.
This is something that's been speculated about for some time, but the government had been running a consultation on the issue, and it believes that that consultation shows, among other things, that this is a move that is going to be very popular with British parents, who seem, according to polling as well, to back this idea. The government has been criticised for being slow in getting to this point by the opposition Conservatives, but Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, believes that he has arrived at the right point nonetheless. There are various other criticisms that are being levelled at the government. Some groups say that this is a measure that's going to be unworkable, that children will be able to figure out ways to get around it. The government, in response to that, says it is still the right thing to do, even if there are ways that some children might seek to move around the laws that are going to come in. In terms of the timeline, Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, believes that the legislation could be in place towards the end of this year, and that then the measures could begin to take effect from the beginning of next year. As I say, some criticism coming from the opposition Conservatives that the Prime Minister has been slow in getting to this point, but he certainly appears to have been on something of a journey of his own here, because initially when a ban on social media for under-16s was suggested, the government had initially suggested that that wasn't the measure that it was likely to go ahead with. But having moved through the consultation process, that is where we have ended up. Now, there is inspiration being taken from what is being seen in Australia, but the government here says it thinks actually it can make sure that some of the measures here are tougher than have been seen in Australia. Some of those criticisms that have been made of the Australian system are also being used as inspiration to make sure that the government here has measures that it believes can actually be effective. All of this, though, has to be seen through the prism, when it comes to Keir Starmer and his government, of the possibility of a looming leadership challenge against Keir Starmer. We have a by-election later this week in Makerfield. If Andy Burnham wins that for the Labour Party, he's made it pretty clear he will launch a leadership contest against Keir Starmer at some point after he arrives at Westminster as an MP, and therefore that raises the prospect of Keir Starmer not being in place as Prime Minister to actually see this legislation through. So that injects an element of uncertainty to all of this, and there are also those who are speculating that perhaps Keir Starmer is announcing this now so that it could be a legacy issue for him if he is to be removed as Prime Minister. He denies that that is the case and insists this is an example that shows he's getting on with the job. Ollie Barrett for CNA in London.